Welcome to our journey through the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. In a world filled with constant challenges and uncertainties, the reflections of this Stoic philosopher-emperor offer us a guiding light towards leading a more meaningful and virtuous life. Today we'll distill the key lessons from Meditations, making it accessible to everyone, and shedding light on how these insights can bring value to our daily lives. Lessons learned from influential figures. Good morals, piety, and simplicity learned from family members. Marcus Aurelius often reflects on the lessons he learned from his adoptive father, Emperor Antoninus Pius. He emphasizes the importance of leading a morally upright life and practicing piety and simplicity. Lessons in endurance, philosophy, and self-governance from mentors. Throughout Meditations, Marcus Aurelius acknowledges the influence of his mentors, especially Rusticus, who taught him endurance in the face of challenges, the value of philosophy in guiding one's life, and the importance of self-governance. Observations on a virtuous man's character. Undeviating firmness and readiness to listen. Marcus Aurelius values the virtues of undeviating firmness in principles and a readiness to listen to others, especially those who contribute to the common good. Love of labor, perseverance, and careful inquiry. He reflects on the virtues of a good leader, which include a love of labor, perseverance in the face of difficulties, and careful inquiry into matters of importance. Not being extravagant and being satisfied. Marcus Aurelius advises against extravagance and emphasizes the virtue of being satisfied with what one has, promoting a sense of contentment. Philosophy is the only thing that can guide a man through the transience of life. Regulating every act and thought. A recurring theme in Meditations is the idea that philosophy serves as a guide in regulating every act and thought, especially considering the transient nature of life. Recognition of divine providence and avoiding real evils. Marcus Aurelius recognizes a divine order in the universe and believes that humans have the capacity to avoid real evils through reason and virtue. Transitory nature of human life. He reflects on the transitory nature of human life, comparing the body to a stream and the soul to a dream and vapor. We must make haste to fulfill our duty, beauty and imperfection, and focus on the common purpose. Marcus Aurelius suggests that even things that seem imperfect can contribute to the beauty of the universe. He advocates focusing on thoughts that serve a common purpose and working diligently for the common good. Inner deity as a guide. He encourages listening to the inner deity, representing an inner moral compass, as a guide in fulfilling one's duty promptly. The good man is content with what happens. Marcus Aurelius differentiates between the distinct functions of the body, soul, and intelligence. Contentment arises when these aspects are understood and preserved in harmony. Tranquility is achieved by retreating into oneself, reflecting on fundamental principles, and maintaining a calm and just mind. Focus on doing what is necessary and just. He advises removing personal opinions to avoid complaints and harm, observing everything justly and in accordance with what is good. Marcus Aurelius emphasizes focusing on what is necessary and just, avoiding unnecessary actions and thoughts. Live in accordance with nature and do not fear death. He encourages remembering the saying of Heraclitus about the ephemeral nature of human things. Living in accordance with nature involves not being diverted by the opinions of others. Marcus Aurelius advises accepting everything that happens as contributing to the health of the universe and the prosperity of a divine order. Accept everything that happens as it leads to the health of the universe and prosperity of Zeus. He suggests understanding what is prescribed by nature and destiny, returning to reason, and loving what is consistent with human nature. Living with the gods involves being satisfied with what is assigned, behaving well toward others, and enduring hardships with a sense of virtue. Live according to nature and reason. Marcus Aurelius advises reverencing the best in the universe and in oneself, practicing justice, and having skill and knowledge of the universe. Living in accordance with nature and reason requires focusing on what is in one's power, acknowledging the constant change of things, and remembering the emptiness of material things. Focus on doing good and not being troubled by things that do not harm the common weal. He encourages helping others according to one's ability and their fitness, avoiding being carried away by appearances, and focusing on doing one's duty without imagining loss in indifferent matters. Marcus Aurelius advises imitating the virtues of a good person, such as patience and tolerance, and adapting to circumstances while working toward the greater good. Live according to your nature and be content with the time you have. Living according to one's nature involves focusing on what is useful to the city and delighting in the virtues of those around without being disturbed by external things. He suggests considering others' opinions, forgiving them, and reflecting on what one has without overvaluing it. Live according to nature and be a good person. Marcus Aurelius advises following one's nature, examining thoughts, being rational, social, and free from error and deception. Loving what happens involves focusing on using experiences well and maintaining a calm and just mind in all situations. Remember to apply principles of physic, ethic, and dialectic to every impression on the soul. He encourages considering others' opinions about good and bad and remembering that everything exists for some end. Applying principles of physic, ethic, and dialectic involves recognizing the purpose behind every impression on the soul. Focus on what is allowed and adapt to it. Marcus Aurelius advises accepting wealth without arrogance, being ready to let it go, and detaching from unsocial behavior while uniting with universal nature. Living in accordance with nature involves being equally affected by pleasure and pain, life and death, and not despising death but accepting it as one of nature's operations. Focus on your ruling faculty and social responsibility. He suggests correcting wrongdoers if possible, being indulgent, directing one's will to a single purpose, and being a component part of social life. Living with a philosophical mindset involves despising everything perishable, focusing on what nature requires, and avoiding insolence or pride. Accept what happens as it is a part of nature. Marcus Aurelius advises understanding that everything that happens is either bearable or perishable, and recognizing one's part in the universe. Living in accordance with nature involves remembering that you are a part of the universe and working towards the common interest. Maintain good qualities and remember the gods. He encourages maintaining good qualities such as rationality, equanimity, and magnanimity, and remembering the gods' desire for reasonable beings to emulate their virtues. Live according to your nature and reason, and do not fear death. Marcus Aurelius believes that intelligence and reason can overcome any obstacle, and he advises accepting the transience of life without fearing death. He emphasizes the importance of loving one's neighbor and valuing reason and justice above all. Focus on virtue and general principles to be good. Marcus Aurelius advises applying division to value virtue above all, philosophizing in the present moment, and being benevolent towards those who try to hinder or trouble you. Anger and disobedience to nature lead to irrationality and disharmony. He warns against expecting bad men not to do wrong, as it is considered madness. Discontentment with one's place or reproaching oneself indicates yielding to the less honorable part. Focus on your ruling faculty and separate from external attachments. Marcus Aurelius encourages respecting justice, truth, and nature. Separating from external attachments involves focusing on the present moment, contemplate on the smallness of human existence, and follow reason and God. He suggests reflecting on the small part of time, substance, and universal soul assigned to humans. Contempt of death is necessary to follow reason and God. So let's take a moment to apply these lessons to our lives. Whether facing challenges, seeking contentment, or striving for virtue, meditation serves as a guide for the human spirit. We hope this summary sparks your interest in exploring the full depth of Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and may these reflections inspire a more fulfilling and virtuous life for all. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this content useful and if you think it can help someone else, subscribe to this channel, leave a like and share it with your family or friends. Comment below what another book would you like us to summarize. Have an amazing day.